my Cartier glasses, man. Fuck.
Fucking stupid.
My Rough Riders baseball tee, bro.
If you start wearing that shit in the city, I'm not hanging with you.
Bro, come on, please, man. If I rolled up with a Dior bucket hat and a Dior handbag,
I'll say this guy's a fucking hype beast.
with a V-Lone
can't
Pop
stand
smoke
here
shirt,
across the street.
with a V-Lone Pop smoke shirt, would you roll with me?
No.
He's already communicating with you from across the street.
My drip game would have been mean though, bro. I got
There's
a
no.
mean
Then
drip
you are
game.
no longer a character. You're just trying to be yourself. What you
I
imagine
don't
you
dress
want to
like
be.
that though, dumbass.
That's what you want to be though.
That's not what I want to be, you dumb fuck. What the fuck? I could buy all that
Every
shit right
city,
now,
every
bro.
city we go to,
I could buy
Rami
all that
dresses
shit right
super
now.
hypey. So it's just proven to me that's what he really wants to fucking dress
You
like.
know what's even crazy, bro? Is the day you guys were there the
Oh,
day
the day
before me,
I was
right?
there before, and I
Yeah,
called.
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I said,
So
chat. After
yeah,
I look at
yeah.
the clip, did someone clip it? I said, bro. I was like, chat. After seeing this fucking clothing store, I already know exactly how this guy's gonna dress.
I woke up and everybody was Pepe laughing and it was like, K was right, K was right. And
I
was
knew
like,
it,
what
bro.
are you-
The second
was like,
I
what are
know
guys
you
even
too
talking
good.
about?
The second I saw him, like, this guy's going full fucking hype beast. He's gonna dress just like Pop Smoke.
100%, bro. You tell me my drip is not mean over there, bro?
Listen,
No,
I
it
was- bro, yesterday, bro, you had me wondering how you have a driver's license, bro. That DMV shit.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
bro. I did that shit
killed it
first
6
try. I don't
times,
know
bro.
what the fuck happened with you guys there.
This
How
guy
is this
got
so
it on the
hard? I don't
sixth try.
understand.
Bro, I don't even know, bro.
I literally
don't
just
even
drove
know.
a lap around that Pincade shit and I got my license.
I don't know, he couldn't do the fucking theory test.
Wait, really, bro?
The theory was impossible, bro.
Are you serious? That was fucking
That shit was impossible.
easy.
That shit was harder than IRL, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It was all
He
common
fucking-
sense.
It was crazy.
He failed
bro.
that shit like 5 times in a row. Like he kept it, bro. You did it. You did like 3 times with the same answers, bro. You're still confused that you failed it.
That's actually crazy.
Shit was impossible. Is Bass coming down here?
Shit was not impossible. I one-shotted it all.
That shit was impossible. I actually had 8 people around me trying to help me. We kept failing it. Like literally.
Yeah,
I had a
because
whole
I mean,
mob
you
of
have some people in
bro.
that city, bro. People don't even leave their house, man. They don't know how to drive a fucking car.
True. Truing.
Dude, coming? Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
K, I heard you want to see the chief.
That's right.
Come on in, sir. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, gentlemen. Come on
How
in.
you been, sir? How you been?
Oh, I've been great. How you guys been?
Oh, I've been great. I've been great.
Oh, you guys look great. You look wonderful. Yeah, make your way this way here.
Where's he at? In here?
Yeah, he should be right here in his office.
Yo!
Hey, open the damn door!
Open up,
Yo!
bro.
Open the damn door!
We waiting
Watch out,
long
watch
enough.
out, watch
He
out,
does,
watch
I'm
out.
only cadet. They don't listen to me.
Yo!
Mr. K, welcome. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام. Hello, detective.
واحد على اليمين وواحد على الشمال.
Welcome back from visiting
أيوة.
family.
I did. My family wasn't over, man. I took a
Voluntary.
I went to Bora
Took a
Bora,
personal
bro.
vacation. Okay,
I went to Maldives, bro. I didn't go to Bora Bora.
All right, take a seat right here, guys.
Alhamdulillah. Islam. Okay, have a seat. Okay, Mr. K, Rami. What do I have here? Is that Mario?
Yes, sir, that's me. Hello.
And Jalen, is that you? I can't tell.
Yeah.
That's done.
That's me.
What's going on, gentlemen? How can I help you today?
Oh, we have a lot of issues on the table here, Bass, that seem to not be getting solved and just be getting wiped under the carpet, as always.
All right, talk to me. What's going on?
Seems like you have some rogue officers on your hand doing something
I
about
do.
fucking cum. These officers have been just tasing people without warning, just running up to them, tasing them. They've been shooting people at random, and they've been launching cars into fucking buildings off ramps. And it's just getting fucking
What we call
ridiculous.
with the com unit, the class 200 man
Yes.
unit.
Yes, and we would like to make a formal complaint on all of them, as the other day,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Randy Bullitt was seen with a class 2 at Little Seoul, apparently. So the cops pulled up on him, the cum unit, got out the car, and just immediately tried to tase and cuff him. So he started running, and then
I'll call you
apparently
back.
some gunfire broke out
call you
between
back.
Randy Bullitt and the cum unit. Everyone else was in Maldini's unarmed. Rami
How
was
was
the
having-
first one to walk outside. No gun on him whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the moment he walked out the door, he was just gunned down by this cum unit.
Bass,
Yeah, I was
Bass,
told,
imagine.
Randy shot first.
No, he
Bass,
did not shoot. He
no.
didn't have a fucking gun.
Bass, imagine you're at Little Seoul with your family. It's a Sunday, you know? You're having a slice of pizza with your familia, you know? Beautiful day in Los Santos. Weather's out. The sun is out. Everything's great. You know what I'm saying? After your slice of pizza with your family, you walk out. You're going home. You know, you walk out, and what do you see? You see rogue fucking one officers with the M14s, and they say, "Oh my god!" They look at me. They don't even say anything. They look at me and they just gun me down in broad daylight.
Right. I don't agree with you getting gunned down. That was definitely a mistake.
No. What do you? That's more than a mistake. You guys fucking shot someone who had no involvement in anything.
got
Didn't even know
gunned
what was
down,
going
Bass.
on, unarmed and
So
everything.
when I talked to Gunner and Vingle,
Of course they're gonna lie.
they stated that Randy discharged his firearm first toward
Oh,
them,
yes.
and then
Yeah, that's fine, Bass.
Gunner
but
and
Randy was not
Fingal
even
really
with us.
too-
Listen. Randy was outside of the Little Soul Company, apparently, right? They pull up on him. They start trying to just tase him and cuff him because he has a class 2 on his back because they're doing this dumb fucking cum shit. So he starts running, and I guess he pulls out his gun and starts shooting back at him. They gun him down. We're all chilling. Maldini's like, what the fuck? What is this gunfire? We walk outside, and just without question, I'm telling you, the moment the door opens, Rami just gets gunned the fuck down.
I literally got gunned down.
No one had their guns out. No one had guns on their back. We were all unarmed at the time. And they just fucking gunned him down. And then after that,
were you processed or arrested at all, Rami?
no.
No, they realized they fucked up, so then they uncuffed me. By the way, I was insta cuffed.
Why don't you bring it to court?
Well,
Oh,
fucking
yeah, 'cause
court,
that
bro.
really
We want
works.
to. It doesn't
That works,
fucking
man.
work. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to wait
yeah,
3 months for
Good
this
one.
fucking court case. I took you to court, bro, and that shit. I'm still fucking. It just
Yo,
never
you hear
happened.
this guy, K? He said,
So
"Sue
we
them."
wanna go to you and make a proper fucking complaint on this shit and get this shit fucking fixed. Because after that, what's the guy's name in this cum shit? Vingle. What is his name?
Vingle Dan.
Vingle Dan. So I pull up to Maldini's about 10 minutes after to see what the fuck is going on. I pull my car up next to Randy Bolt's body. He points a gun at me, says, "Get the fuck out of here. Don't you dare take his body." I say, okay. I get back in my car. I start reversing, and he just starts lighting me up in my fucking car. I have no gun on me, nothing like that. Was complying, and he just starts fucking shooting me.
Yep.
So, okay, two things, okay?
I have something even better for you after this.
All right.
You want me to tell it now, or you want to see?
No,
your
so I
response?
want to see some
I'm gonna
proper
give-
fucking shit done here, man. Because
I'm
you
gonna
always
give a
say come to you
perspective
and you could get shit done, and I want to
You
see
want a
some shit done.
perspective? Okay.
So-
I'll give you
so-
perspective after this. Don't worry.
Okay. So there will be an internal investigation launch.
Oh,
regarding this,
خرابي.
okay?
What is this?
There's procedure we follow. I can't just take somebody's word and run away with it, okay?
What do you need? Like 20 fucking witnesses that were there? What do you get?
Yo, he said this procedure they follow. You hear that one? Oh. Whew. Okay, sorry,
Procedure?
go
Does
ahead.
Even
that
as I
involve
said it.
launching cars
Yeah,
like
one
Nitro
of procedure.
Circus? You guys teach that in the training or what?
No. There should be not launching any cars into the seizure compound, okay? I
They
don't
have.
care.
Bass, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want you to envision this.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
all right.
close my eyes.
So,
Close my eyes.
you're with your family at a jewelry store. You own the jewelry store and you're selling necklaces to customers. I want you to envision this.
Okay.
So, you're closing up shop and you walk out to your Little Soul cubby. Lo and behold, you look in the sky and you see 3 Chargers full airborne into the fucking sky, landing
Smashing
3 feet
into
away
the
from you
building.
into the cubby, smashing through your mailbox, all over your property and everything. And then boom, lo and behold, you say, "Oh my God, what the fuck is going on?" Before you can even react, the cars flipped over. They military Navy SEAL crawl out of their cars. Boom, scars pointed at you with a Wrangler saying "Freeze, hands the fuck up." Open your eyes, and then you're in Los Santos.
Oh, we got like 20
Reality.
witnesses for all these scenarios. So if it's needed, we'll fucking bring them in.
So, as of recent, there's been a divide in the PD, okay? There's been, think of it as
As of recent, Bass?
Recent, he said recent. You hear this guy? Comedian, right? What's going on?
Damn it, I fucking hate you, Ram.
Recent?
Let the man talk. Just let him talk for a
The
second.
way the PD operates right now, think of it as like a Hydra, Mario, okay? Think of a Hydra with 3 heads, okay?
Yeah.
And each head hates each other at times, and they butt heads and they attack each other, right? So if one
Right.
head tries to do something to the other head, it regenerates. It does something again. So if I try to punish these officers you're talking about, Fred will try to remove it or bring them back.
Oh,
can't
really?
fire
So if you
them.
try to punish officers that have been just shooting people,
Not within
For
the
no
LSPD,
reason.
I don't. I don't know if I don't have full control.
I thought High
IA
Command runs over.
I thought
yeah.
IA can punish anybody.
No. So IA, we can launch an internal investigation. IA can handle it. But I'm talking about from my post, from my being the chief of police.
So
Something
essentially,
into the
you're
day,
telling
for
me
example.
you ain't shit.
I only can control the LSPD. Yes.
Okay. So what
So
about
if
the
it was-
officers that were in there that were LSPD?
Yeah. Then I can take care of those officers. Give me a list
Okay.
of officers. who are
So
involved.
what is it? When is it when the issue becomes the people in High Commander are doing these stupid shit? Like
That's
Wrangler.
where all High Command is going to step in. And
How the fuck is Wrangler in High
Wait,
Command?
hold on, hold
Somebody
on.
answer me that
What-
question.
So what specifically, because you mentioned a lot of things, right? Was it, so you got gunned down, Rami? You got gunned down, Kay, and neither of you guys were...
No,
had
I didn't get
weapons
gunned
on you?
down because he fucking stopped. I was screaming. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, you dumbass?" He's just lighting me up.
And then
man.
who shot you?
Vingle.
That actually happened to me. That happened to Kay as well, but Fingal Dan shot her.
Pretty sure Gunner-
Hold on, he shot you,
Gunner
Rami?
did that to me.
He
Yeah,
shot you,
no,
Kay?
Gunner did that to me, and then Vingal Dan. But he went all the way and kept squeezing the trigger.
Yeah,
and then
Gunner
Fingal Dan.
shot him. Vingle shot me. And then that whole unit was just the whole lead of launching fucking cars off ramps into the unit, and then about 10 other cars circling the compound, and then
They
shooting
launched
motherfuckers.
vehicles into the compound?
Yes, off a fucking ramp behind
Did
the
you guys,
Close
was
your
there
eyes for a
class
second,
two,
too.
was there class 2 weapons inside the compound?
I don't know. I think someone probably
Listen,
had it on their
listen.
back, but regardless,
Let me-
I mean, ramping a
listen.
fucking car into a building?
Let me tell you something, Bass. It's a fucking problem when the cops selectively enforce things. So when they're fucking bored,
Yeah, I got
they
questions.
go to little. They hold on. Let me finish. When they're fucking bored, Bass, they go to Little Soul and quote unquote look for class 2s on people's backs, and then they decide to become cops. But then anywhere else in the city, they
That's,
decide to
okay,
become.
then that's- so that's
no,
not-
that's
No,
what's
it
happening.
100% is true, because the
That's
moment
exactly what's fucking
I woke up
happening, Brian.
and then immediately Wrangler pulls up to the fucking gate looking and trying to see what, this is what they do. They literally go to
Then
fucking
they're
Little Soul
justification to
and
it.
just...
They're-
I don't see
Yeah,
this shit
they've
happening
been-
anywhere
they've
else.
been-
And I see motherfuckers with class 2s everywhere, bro.
So that unit's been going after a whole lot of groups, not just yours.
Right. What other
No,
groups?
they are.
please?
They are. No,
I mean, I know
they're-
that
they're
because
actually
I look
very
at the
effective.
reports.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
no wonder, because we
Right.
haven't been fucking awake, man.
They've
When
been
we're
really
awake, like, all the
effective.
rest will be
They-
us.
They go after people with class 2s in their backs, and that's it. Are they going above and beyond? Sorry. Are they going
Bass,
a bit
it's very
extreme?
easy to call 77
Oh, yeah, what
to
is
Little
with us?
Soul and
It's
then
extreme
always just
as
be
fuck.
patrolling there. It's very
But-
easy, my friend.
But okay, but here's the thing though, and I've told officers, don't be down there unless you have a reason. Nobody should be patrolling Little Soul being near the
Then
gate
you
unless
have a
reason,
then you
okay?
should very
Oh, that's
harshly
crazy, because
relay that
Wrangler
to
was
Cub
just
unit.
doing that. That's crazy.
Where? I don't see him right now.
He was literally just
No?
down at Little Soul, just circling it.
Okay. I'll have a chat with Wrangler and see what's going on. Like I said, at the end of the day, the PD is more divided than ever. It's split into 3 different departments, 3 different heads. I can control. I can bring this up to IA, and they can launch an internal investigation to see if there's excessive force or, misuse, or the way they're operating within the procedure is not correct, and they can render an issue of punishment.
And who's
I
in
do-
charge of
And
IA
Bass,
or who
is,
runs it?
gonna be
what's
me right now.
required to raid a business?
Sorry.
Probable cause. That's it. That's all you need.
Fuck. Yo, but
Because they also fucking just randomly raided my jewelry store one day.
Wait, what?
yeah.
What's
Well, I
the
mean,
reason
did you
behind
get
it?
a raid receipt?
Nope.
Wasn't that the
Nobody
same
even
day
said
when they
shit to
did the
me.
shit with the ramps?
Yeah, it was the same day with the ramps. They decided to just raid
Yeah,
the fucking
Wrangler,
jewelry store.
Wrangler decorated the fucking jewelry store.
Yep, apparently because, I guess because they're ramping shit into fucking Little Soul. And people are running through the jewelry store, and they're running through everything to get the fuck out of there. That was the reason to raid it.
Wrangler is wrangling, if you get what I mean, right?
That's a good thing.
All right. I have. See, you guys didn't search me, and bro, you say some shit like that again, it's gonna be something different.
No, I'm serious. I mean,
Whoa.
you can't be standing in front of the cops and be like, Wrangler's wrangling, and we're gonna be like, oh my god. I mean,
Well, wrangling
Brian,
includes...
like, okay,
nah.
well,
Brian,
Wrangler's
Brian,
Hey,
shaming me.
Brian's doing his high roading right now. He's in
No
that
high
mode.
roading.
Wrangler,
You know, just maybe
wrangling,
use
Brian,
some terminology
Wrangler,
that doesn't-
yeah. Wrangler, wrangling encompasses everything. Brian doesn't
What
encompass
is that
just
to you?
arresting. It encompasses fucking just being over the top, or shooting motherfuckers for no reason, lying on fucking warrants, Wrangler shit.
Okay.
You know what? He took my genie from my house.
Even better.
He told me to fuck off.
Love waking up to raid receipts,
Should've given
man.
it back.
Fucking love them. Oh, especially when I'm not in the city and getting raided. Oh, my favorite. Love waking up to raid receipts, bro.
Did you guys get? I mean, was it an actual raid? Did you get like a raid warrant?
Bro, no one has told me shit to this day.
That's the thing, Brian.
If
We don't
you
know.
were
There's no
raided without,
communication.
if you were raided without a raid warrant, and it was illegal, and you're supposed to get one within 48 hours.
Oh yeah, let me
Brian,
go
the
take this to
problem
the
with you,
court
you're
and get
patronizing,
a
brother.
case in 2 years.
You're
I'm
talking
not
as like we're
patronizing.
fucking.
I mean,
no,
Rami,
you're talking
it's
as like
easy
we're
to
fucking
patronize
stupid.
you, but
Shut up, Brian. You do a shit job. I
Can
ain't
we-
fucking trash.
Could you explain it?
It's trash
You
right now. Do
seem to
agree.
be doing a better job.
He's poking at your fucking nose because you're not using proper terminology, Rama. You gotta be very specific.
How do
with
I
this
am right
guy.
now?
Yes.
Brian, the high roading
There you go,
tactic,
then.
Brian. I like it.
And Brian will launch an internal investigation to.
Hey.
Rami,
Bravo,
I don't know what you want me
guys.
to do. What do you
Slap
want me to
asses
do?
all around. Job
Do
done
your
great.
fucking
I
job,
fire him.
man.
I fire him to get hired back. I strike him, nothing happens.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, we
complain to
know,
the
bro.
wrong
We
guy.
know.
Bass. You remember the good old
wrong
days?
guy.
Unfit for PD. You remember that? Remember that? Bring that back, Bass. Bring that back.
I really want that back.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
have
dude.
the
What about
most
that?
power in the city, but you guys have the least amount of what's the word I'm looking for?
Discipline.
Yeah, there's like absolutely nothing that can happen to you.
100%.
Yeah,
I
if
spent the
dumb shit
last 2
happens,
hours.
And it's usually the
fucking
opposite. I
ranging.
mean, the police departments and all that shit have a bunch of regulations and all this stuff and
Right.
stuff because they got fucking
Facts.
power. And with power, you know how humans are with fucking power.
Facts.
It's just natural.
Hey, let me tell you a question, Bez. Right? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
I've been fucking places this past couple weeks. Right?
Yeah.
I've been to places where you keep your radio when you get arrested, your phone,
Wow.
and your shits. You hearing that, Bez? Right?
Why are you bringing that
Okay.
shit up to me?
I've been places where cops actually speak to you. Lawyers actually do lower your charges and your fines. You understand? Right? We're doing this because we care, Baz.
Rami,
Right?
it's not
We
the issue,
fucking
though.
care.
That's not
All
the
right?
issue, okay? It's not the issue.
I've
The
seen
issue's bigger
shit.
than that, if you ask me, right?
How much money did this place give you right off the bat?
I've seen shit. I've
How
seen
much,
shit,
how much
bro.
money do you have in your bank account?
I'm not talking to you,
I
Brian,
have
because you're giving me some dumbass
$2,000.
fucking responses. Oh. I've seen shit, Baz, right? I've seen shit, bro. It can be
Don't you
changed.
fucking hitting me with whataboutism, okay? I don't want to hear that.
Listen, Bass, we don't want to go down this route. All right? All we want is some fucking respect and accountability here. We got to be
I
held
don't want you
accountable
going
for
down
our
the road
crimes,
of
so other
trying to teach
motherfuckers should be
officers-
held accountable for their crimes. Simple as that, man.
Here's the
You don't think I want
problem.
that? You don't think I want that?
Here's the problem. And maybe it's not being conveyed properly. I'm going to give you an example. We just got done with a situation where we had officers simply not giving a shit about our SOPs that keep the amount of units that we send on a certain call to the proper limit. Problem is, it's really hard to go like circle back and figure out who these individuals are. And even if we do figure it out and you go suspend them for 24 hours, it doesn't do shit. So in your case,
Then
right?
fire him.
Y'all are telling us that no one's getting fired. Just like no one's getting the nines.
Might be the problem, bro.
People get the nines.
Lily, so what's going on with Lily Pandia
What
from the
about
gallery?
the Cuban federales, man? They stuck in there. They ain't got money to get out.
Oh, Lily with the weed.
Yeah, with the 13 bags she found on her, or what about those Cuban federales?
What about Wayne? Wayne got
and
the
that's
nines
like
recently.
what a .0. Oh, I agree. I think Wayne got super dicked.
There's
but-
been multiple people that from us that have been stuck in there for fucking weeks at times.
The point I'm trying to make here is we have to look at these specific things. All right, you got shot. We can look into it, but honestly, your best bet is going through the DOJ as much as that's going to hurt an officer more than anything else.
Oh, DOJ.
what are we
is
gonna
great.
do? Fucking
That's great.
suspend
I
someone
took
for
Bass
24
to the
hours? Ain't gonna do
DOJ,
shit.
and that's crazy. Bass, that court case. Oh man, what even happened with that?
Yet. You haven't posted your availability yet.
Yeah, because it's been fucking 5 months, bro. Fuck that dumbass shit. What am I gonna do a fucking court case for something 5 months ago? I don't even remember what the fuck happened.
I'm waiting 2 months for my court case against Fred.
Dumb as fuck. The DOJ is absolute trash.
Honestly,
There's literally nothing we could do. That's why we're here. There's literally nothing we can fucking
Look,
do.
Brian
let's keep
and
it
Aziz.
100. We're all fucking gangs. We just got badges.
Yeah, and you guys get fucking upgrades anytime something goes south.
Fuck, we've been looking for
not true
upgrades.
at all.
We've been
100% it's
looking
true.
for fucking upgrades.
Oh, you guys
I
can ride
want
through
some goddamn-
barricades? Let's get
Hey, what's that
indestructible
on his
wooden
chest?
barricades. Oh, you guys
What's
got
that on
cars?
his
You got
chest?
guns from cars? Let's get our fucking guns from cars.
We lost those. We lost them.
those. Okay.
I know
Yeah.
why. You know why?
Because
we
you guys,
lost it?
you guys know why you lost them? Because you guys
Oh
can't
my-
fucking control
Problems
yourself,
that
man.
you guys are
Listen,
talking
listen,
about.
listen,
These
listen. If you,
motherfuckers
you know,
took those things and
I
started
nah.
blasting.
Exactly.
I have something that can end all this whole fucking
All right, let's hear
conversation.
it.
You want to know
Let's
what
hear
it is?
Yeah, yeah,
When you fucking pussies couldn't had to, you know, use a muscle to fucking handcuff people and not fucking get it instant. I don't want to fucking hear it. All right.
Wait,
The
what?
next
What are you
fucking day,
talking
you
about?
pussies fucking cried, and then it got, you know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
Fucking
cried.
pussies cried, okay?
Here's
Yeah,
the thing,
shut
no one
up,
cries.
bro.
Bro,
Oh,
what are
really?
you talking
Wait,
about?
Brian.
You don't remember, Brian?
Just 'cause
when
you
had
two
to
don't cry
use your
doesn't mean
F1
no one
muscle
cries,
or,
Brian.
Bass,
The
F1 muscle
reason
to
why
handcuff?
that was because it was so scuffy. It was so.
We have to do it every day, bro.
Bro, it's different for a cop though.
How?
How often do handcuff people, Rami? Okay?
Let's roll it back.
Couple
Is it
times
part
a
of your
day.
job? Is it part
Couple
of your
times
job?
a
I
day,
hang
just
up
as
people
many
more than
times
you
as
guys.
you.
You guys lose cops. You guys lose
It
crims.
was
I catch
so
them.
scuffy, Rami. If you saw the body cam footage of certain officers, it was so bad. How do you even cuff somebody?
Listen, I'm not worried about the cuffing shit. Yeah, I
I'm just
agree with you.
saying.
You fucking gotta cuff a lot of people. It should be smooth. But not to remember that one
Okay,
point
what
where
the
it's
fuck?
like you literally just fucking run past someone and they're cuffed. Like that was fucking
Oh my
stupid.
god, the diving. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with some of the bullshit that happens. Okay, and there has to be some sort of dial back. There has to be that back and forth. You know, something that makes sense.
Listen, I got.
I'm not
World
even talking
War
about this
the
type of
other day,
shit. I don't
boss.
give a fuck about all these little mechanic shit. I'm talking about people, bruh. People need to be
Yeah,
kept in
people
fucking
about-
check, man.
I got
I'm
tased
with
and
you,
taco
Jake.
at the same time by the same cop.
Yeah, you're talking to a man who's trying to prosecute his own colleague, the sheriff, for attempted murder of government employee. Okay, it's not like I just sweep things under the rug. If I see dumb shit happening and I can fix it and you know hold people accountable for their actions, I will. But I cannot fix everybody. There's plenty of officers in the PD, and there has to be some sort of self accountability that happens in the PD. If people don't hold their self accountable for their bullshit and you know try to hold themselves to some sort of standard, then this PD will fucking crash and burn. It will.
'Cause it don't
I
make
tried
sense
do
to
that.
me, Bass.
I'm getting fucking exhausted trying to hold the standard every single time. And I had talks with Brian Aziz multiple times about this to where people gotta listen and they don't. They just want to get on duty, do dumb shit, and then say, why me?
Well, I'm confused because everyone else in the city is held accountable, except for the people in the city that need to be held accountable most, the people with the most power. That's why you got checks and regulations, man, to keep power in check, and there's just fucking absolutely none.
So what do you propose?
I propose someone fucking stops giving a fuck and puts their dick down.
That's what I was telling you earlier, Chief. I'm telling you. Now is the perfect time for me.
Problem is, I don't control the entire PD. Okay, things are starting to change. Each
Yeah, but you
department's
can.
becoming
You
their
guys
own
have a,
entity.
you three, or you guys. Well, yeah, man, I don't know about he's pretty shit in the Interceptor, just overall shit cop. But you and
I'm
Brian,
becoming-
you guys
I'm a
got some
decent guy.
pull. You guys are OGs of the Force.
Yeah, no, and I can make some changes, but they can be undone the next day. That's the problem. Okay, that's the problem with today's PD. It's not united. It's not on the same page. I can't galvanize everybody to see the same vision I'm trying to portray.
Ask
right?
goes to spend.
Back in the day, Bass, you're the
every
fucking chief,
officer-
man, and you need to start big dicking people.
Well, I mean, if I have the same equal power as somebody else, how do I do that? Clash. It's a draw.
So how many people? If there's 3 people, then there will always be like.
So you telling me the other
Jose,
chiefs or whatever the fuck
myself-
just protect their unit even if they do wrong?
Absolutely.
So then they need to be removed.
What do you think I'm doing right now to Fred with the court case?
Good.
Why isn't that a higher? It was. So what the fuck is high command then? Isn't
it's
high
myself,
command supposed to
Jose,
step?
Toretti and Kyle.
Okay, so isn't. Okay, let's be real. So if Soze sees shit like that,
Jose is
That's
different.
it's a
okay? He's
weird
on a
question,
different
to be
level,
honest.
Right? Okay, so
I'm asking you a question. Like, can high command blindly fucking just back these officers if it's they even though they know they did fuck shit, or are
absolutely.
they supposed
There's
to be
a lot of
removed?
What the fuck
under
did
the
you
rug's been
say?
happening in the PD? Absolutely.
It sounds like a lot of the issues in PD are now being handled in the city, and they're not out of city things anymore. Is that what you're basically telling me? Because back it used to be if a cop did some dumbass shit, then high command would intervene no matter what it was.
Yeah. So right now we have some sort of regulation to where we exhaust all resources within the city, then we go out of the city and try to handle it. So if it cannot be solved in the city, we go out of the city. If you're talking, I cannot hear you. Rami.
No,
What is the biggest issue of all the issues that you brought up? The reason I'm asking that is
Checks and regulations, Brian. That's it. Accountability.
Yeah,
Because right now, Brian, it's like this. They shoot. They make a mistake. They shoot the wrong fucking guy. Hey, we're sorry. We'll get you up at the hospital. Nothing happens. That's it.
What do you think is fair though? If a guy fucks up and thinks that Rami had a gun but never had a gun and fucked up and shot like that, what do you think
Huh?
This is the right
That's common
punishment, in
fucking
your
sense,
opinion.
bro.
No,
Strike
this
points,
was on
bro.
some. This
When
was
you
on some
fuck up, you
other
get
shit,
strike.
bro.
Strike points are a joke. Okay, so
Prison.
Mr.
Bass,
Kid,
Bass,
If I
Bass,
shoot
you know-
somebody by accident, Bass, what
oh,
happens to
Bass,
us?
Bass,
Prison.
you know what you
That's
just
like
said that
a
was
court
wrong?
case.
You know what you just said that was wrong, Bass? Is because strike points are a joke because they used to not be a joke, bro.
No, listen. This is how strike points should work. There should be 3 fucking strikes.
Thank you.
If you get more than 3 strikes in a 1-month period, you're fucking gone. And then you have a 30-month period where you're gone, and after that 30 months, you could try to get reinstated, type shit.
I don't know about that.
Why not?
Well,
I mean, you're in
why not,
there's
bro?
position of power. There needs to be fucking shit held.
Who gives a fuck what people say? What, you
I
scared
mean,
of other
it's
people?
really
Who
fucking
gives a
easy
fuck?
not to.
Oh, no,
get
not
fucking-
at all. So here's the thing, right? I don't think we're gonna get anywhere talking about like, you know, getting a recommendation as to how our strike system should work.
You just asked.
I agree with you to some degree, but
Yes.
in regards to like all the different complaints that you guys brought up today, what is the biggest one? Because by
Too
giving us the
many to
biggest one,
fucking-
at
there's
least
too
we
No,
many,
the
can
biggest
bro.
one. There's
tackle that,
zero
right?
they're all
accountability.
equal.
You
Give
got,
us a
there's
list of
zero
12,
accountability. You guys do whatever the fuck you want.
Nobody gets fucking punished, man.
There's zero
The way we
accountability.
get
Simple as
punished.
that,
Plenty
Brian.
of times, actually.
Bass.
You just
When
said
was the last
Bass,
time
there's
somebody
no
got
real
sent off duty
punishment.
for a week?
Suspensions don't do
When-
anything, though. That's the problem.
Okay, when was the last time somebody got
Send me
suspended
some-
for 2 weeks?
I'm
That's
not
the whole
sure.
thing, Brian. See, Brian, you're disagreeing with me,
There
but
you
you're
go.
saying all these
But
other
send
things
me
aren't
somebody
working because
off
there's
duty
no
for
real
a week.
punishment.
Rami does nothing.
I
They take
promise
a
you it
fucking
will.
Vacation. No, they don't.
So then remove their
Yeah.
fucking
Hold on,
badge.
hold on. I'm gonna be real.
Remove their
Listen,
certifications.
when you deal with cops, there's no room for this fucking pussy shit.
Aziz,
Because you
what happened
guys
to
can
fucked up?
fucking impact people
What happened
way
to
more
you
than
when you
anyone
fucked
else
up
can
with
impact
them?
others.
My ass
I
got
don't fully
demoted.
disagree with that. Just to get clarity as to what I'm trying to say here, Kay.
I
'Cause
understand,
I think,
but
like, in
like,
the grand scheme of things, is that like across the city, regardless of, you know, whether you're a cop, you're a criminal, or whatever, ain't nobody. Consequences are a all time low, and for that to be reflective, where like, but for police officers, you know,
You know what it
if they
sounds
do
like?
well, hold on,
corrupt
hold on,
shit,
Robin.
should
I
they
got a point
be?
to this.
I have a point as well after
Well,
you.
listen,
I
Brian-
think that's what makes it difficult. That's from my
No.
point of view. I think that's why you don't see it.
No, I get it, but the way you guys are painting the picture to me, which is the reason why I'm going such extreme on the consequences, is that you guys tried everything. There's nothing. It doesn't fucking work. People do whatever the fuck they want. You can't do anything. So just like how you guys operate, when shit's getting hot, you guys keep upping the force harder and harder to try to knock shit down. Well, if motherfuckers aren't listening to the current shit and you guys can't do shit, then you need to fucking crank it up a notch, put them back in place, and then you chill shit out again.
It
That
sounds.
I agree with.
No.
Like,
So
not permanent, but
Agreement
like,
on that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna ask you a genuine question, and I want you to answer it like genuinely, and don't just say no. Okay? Do you not want to be the bad guy, and you want somebody like Soze to step up and have to implement change like that?
No,
I
because
don't think they give a fuck
no,
about
no.
it.
I don't think it's about that though, Rami. It's not about that. Because I know I can control.
Shit like that
control,
doesn't
right?
happen unless like somebody like Soze comes in and just lays the dick
I
on the
don't
fucking
fully
table.
disagree with you, Rami. If I'm gonna be honest.
But the problem
You-
is,
you
Rami,
what?
I don't have the same pull like I used
But
to.
no,
right?
okay. So what about your opinion on the other high command members? Do they not want to be the bad guys?
I don't think anyone wants to be the bad guy, quite frankly.
Well, 'cause the way it
I
looks
have
like and
been
the way it sounds
playing
like
the
is like
bad guy.
nobody
Listen,
wants to be
listen,
that
listen,
bad
listen.
guy and like
No,
lay
that's
down
not
the
true at all,
law.
actually. If you read what I say or type, you think otherwise. But the problem is, I can't do it alone. Okay, I just can't do it alone. It's as simple as that, right? And there's just so much more into it than talking about it here. Explain to you what's going on.
Well, then talk to
And-
Soze about it. I know how help.
Oh, how is the chief of police saying
As
that
a
you
chief
don't
of
have
police-
power under the people?
You should
you
go
don't
to
have
fellow
power
officers
over
that
the
have
people
power.
under you,
Mellow
man.
Speedy, I'm
What
telling
is that
you,
shit?
we're
Okay,
headed
and
to
it's
a
your
different
fucking
direction.
city. It's their fucking
You're the
county
chief of
office,
police,
bro.
Bass.
It's your fucking
Absolutely.
city. And then if you want to
Absolutely.
implement something like that, then you implement a law that the BCSO can't fucking being out in the city. They
I've
can only
gone to
operate in
war
city
with the
shores
B-
or
the
above.
BCSO multiple times.
Shit like that, bro. It's your own fucking. If it's your own department, pull an SOP. Say, okay,
many
just don't
times,
operate.
Rami. The thing you don't understand is, is I've tried to go and fix these things. I've tried to do this. You know what happened? You know what suffers? The guys at the bottom. Everyday officer that wants to get on and do their job and patrol and
How do they
go
suffer?
out there and have a good time, right? Those people suffer.
How?
While the people at top clash and butt heads.
You know why they suffer,
done-
Bass?
Why is
Because
that?
when you guys do get serious, you focus on the wrong fucking shit. You guys at high command focus on dumb shit like a cop messing around at a fucking traffic stop or petty fucking shit instead of shit that actually impacts people like lying on warrants, getting people fucked over, sitting in jail for no fucking reason, or just fucking
definitely
shooting
agree.
people and all this shit. Nobody focuses on that, but they'll focus on, oh, this cop was fucking around at a traffic stop and didn't do proper procedures. Let's punish him. It's just what it is, because the people at top are a lot of the people that are the fucking problem.
I mean, I do agree. Doing SBS shit like ramping your car off the fucking ramp and going to Loso compound should not be happening. That's not a procedure we do.
And listen,
that sounds fucking
I'm
badass
down.
if you
Yeah,
want to be
I'm down
honest.
for stupid shit like that. But at the same time, it's not just stupid shit, because they got 20 other fucking cops there that are gonna fuck you in the ass, and then you're gonna be dead on the ground for 2 hours, and you're gonna sit in the cell for fucking 200 months. So yeah, it's fucking around, but at the same time, those 18 other cops that are there are not fucking around, and they're fucking in a fucking CS:GO match or some shit, man.
I've seen shit, Bass, and I'm telling you, it could get changed, bro.
Hawkeye, what is going
I'm
on?
serious, bro. I'm fucking serious, bro. I've seen places. I've been places, bro. You guys can change shit. I swear. I'm serious, man.
Brian, how many
I
times
don't, I don't
have
think
tried
that's
to,
comparable.
Brian, can you speak on my behalf? Because I feel like
Yeah.
from your perspective, so that way it I don't come off like a liar. How many times have I butt heads with Kyle and tried to make a lot of changes?
It's not even about. Okay, let's not get into that.
Listen, all I'm saying, Brian, is you just keep saying no, I can't, but just try,
I think
bro.
you're hearing no, but the thing is, Rami, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not like a lot of people that you're gonna find in the city who are just gonna nod their head and try to make it sound like we're gonna do something. Like I could do that, right? But I'd be lying to you. I just don't know what the solution is. Look, I just got done as bad.
Well,
I got
you're not even attempting to find out a
shit.
solution for it, Brian. I think that's
You think that's what you
Just
think is
going
happening?
You know what I was gonna do when I was mayor?
I'm telling you now, it's not
It's
that
been
simple.
the same shit for the last 5 months.
Brian.
With all
Brian
due-
and Bass, listen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I was gonna. You know the first thing I said what I was gonna do if I got mayor. Do you remember? I said I was gonna do a PD versus the city, right? I was gonna have you guys on the stand. We were gonna do a state hall or town hall, and people would come up and speak on what high command can do to change things. And you guys could listen to the arguments, and the citizens are upset with the city. All right, they're not happy with the police, bro. I can't find one fucking citizen that says I love the
You know what I
cops.
proposed to Mickey in the Senate? I said we need to have some sort of like tribunal.
Why can't we have a fucking town hall if you want to do this, bro? If you guys need advice or need things, listen to the people that fucking that live in your fucking town, bro.
The problem with town halls, it turns into a bitching fest.
No,
People just-
it would
Rami,
only.
that's a horrible idea, Rami.
It's
Bass is right. It's
proposed
gonna
to the
be
mayor-
fucking messy.
no, but we wouldn't have the whole. It wouldn't be
Robbie, I
open, bro. It
proposed
would
to
be
the
like
mayor. I said let's have civilians hold cops accountable, some sort of external affairs that reviews cop incidents and render a punishment. I told that to Mickey multiple times. I think having internal affairs within the PD is a bad idea because it's bias, and there's people that are being pressured to not do their job correctly because of their rank within the PD, right? So I proposed already to have some sort of system outside of it to where people can be held accountable for their bullshit so they can learn from it. Because apparently suspension and strikes is not enough to make people understand they fucked up. And they keep doing it over and over again. And I'm holding back right now. If I speak, Pepe laugh. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the thing. You gotta speak. You know what I mean?
But I can't.
Sometimes you gotta, bro. Because
bro.
I just
You
can't.
see us, man?
Bass, you know how motherfuckers are, man.
If I speak, that's all I'm gonna say.
They put up a front, but behind scenes, it's all fucking different.
Because I can't go out there and just go on a tangent. I just can't.
Look what High Command just
I don't
tweeted
know,
right now.
sometimes
Look what this
shit
guy just
needs to
fucking
be-
tweeted. All right, that's your High Command, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, but see, here's the thing. This kind of like dilutes the conversation. Like, who gives a shit about this tweet?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
That's not what you're here about.
No, I'm just saying.
But it's the same thing about like having a town hall. Because the thing is, even if you come in in good faith, it doesn't necessarily mean that others will. They'll use it as an opportunity to abuse whatever thing that they're trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the end of it seems like you guys just want accountability across the board. Doesn't matter who it is. And if you do dumb shit, just fucking dick in the chin like a man and move on, right? That's it.
Is this a therapy
yeah,
session?
really easy, man. When you're in
No,
jail
making
for
some
5 hours.
complaints about people getting wrongfully shot and everything.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah, what's going on?
Wait, Mac's a trooper now?
Yeah.
Trying it
fucking
out.
congrats, man.
Trying it out.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
thanks. Trying it out.
Voice crack.
To answer your question, Jalen, I think you're absolutely incorrect that we're not trying to find solutions. But at the same time, you have to understand we're not going to sit here and,
I think they just misunderstood what you said. Brian's not saying he's not going to do shit. He's just saying he doesn't know what the answer is right now.
Exactly. Trust me, like I said, right before this, I was fucking losing my mind with Bass
Hey, Francis.
ready to fucking suspend the shit out of
Why are you
people.
laughing at me, bro? What's so funny, bro?
Oh, because
Yeah, I just
we're
caught
over
one of
here
that.
bitching to the police, man. You want to join us?
Okay, yeah, I'll fucking come. Are you at the police station?
Yeah, at Mission Row.
Can we join? I'll be there in 2
Here's
seconds,
here's
bro.
what ends up happening, right? This is why
Yeah.
we get like people like Bass and myself get more frustrated because we're the ones leading the calls, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, the buck stops with us. We get this shit from both ends of the spectrum because we're dealing with a bunch of fucking children that can't, handle simple instructions.
I got
to
great
PD,
news,
Miguel.
guys.
Come
I
to
got
PD.
great news. Francis is going to come down. He's actually Soze's
come to
brother. He's
PD, we're
really
at
close to
PD.
Soze. He might be helpful.
Okay,
But most likely,
all
he's
right.
just going to come here and talk about drinking cum. So.
Can you let me yell in as well?
Yellow,
Who?
is he one?
Miguel?
Guys, you think Francis is going to come in here and actually... No, he's just coming here and troll, bro. The fucking Francis.
You want
You get
Miguel
where we're coming
here,
from,
Robbie?
though?
That's why I'm hearing
he's
you out,
good.
man. I've told K this and I've told you guys everything. Not everything that comes out of your mouth I'm agree with, but I'll give you the respect of listening to your problems and seeing what's going on, so I can hear from your perspective. Because you guys see shit we don't see. These jobs done on the streets we're not, right? I'm not always responding to every
Yeah.
single call, right? So you get to see it from a different, perspective. And I'm trying to hear that to know, like, why are these guys coming here and telling me this? There must be a reason. They wouldn't just come and talk about this.
And the reason is because we got nowhere else to go. I mean, I know I could count on you and Brian out of... I'm coming to you or Brian. That's about it. There's really no one else I'm coming to. Because I've came to other people and literally nothing's been done. We saw Demi Black chop a fucking body up in broad daylight. And nothing happened.
I asked Carter and Wrangler. They said they don't recall. So
Exactly.
Oh,
See what I'm talking
Literally,
about? Like,
exactly.
the,
What
do I
literally,
do,
anyone
though,
else we
Kay?
go to, they just lie, and it's just like nothing gets
what do I
done.
do, Kate? Though. So what do I do though? That's the problem.
I don't know. If you got fucking people
people
saying, multiple people saying they saw her chopping bodies up, like,
So would you be willing to testify in court?
yes. But when's this court case going to be? In 2 years?
Probably 2 months at least.
That's what I'm saying. And this
I
city
don't know
moves
what to do,
quick. You
man.
fucking know that, so.
I lose sleep over this shit all the time, thinking about solution these problems because it's not easy, and trying to tell everybody how it is, they don't like it, man. They don't like it, right?
Isn't Wrangler like, is Wrangler IA?
No, he's the captain.
No.
What about the
Captain,
cops
because he
that are
told
on
he
duty that,
got the
like,
whole
just-
story from us. He told us he'll take care of it. All that shit, nothing happened. Then we went to Carter. Carter's IA, right?
So let me ask, why are you not suing the person that shot you, Rami?
Because it's fucking Gunner.
Brian.
Or whatever. Brian, do you not just listen
If
to
he
the past
sues
2
Gunner-
hours
No,
of what we said?
I heard
If
it
he
all, but
sues
I'm
Gunner,
trying to-
Brian, just like you said, what is he gonna get? Some fucking money, and then this case is gonna be in what, 3
And then
months?
what? Gunner doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If it happened 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
it's
Who
gonna be
gives
in
a fuck?
fucking 3 months, and he's
Yeah.
gonna get like 20 grand.
enough.
On
What
the
about the
Gunner
cops
just
that,
keeps doing what he's doing.
that do dumb shit daily on basis?
They
Though,
don't
that,
be
like
down,
make
don't have a balls.
you like fucking
Franny.
Suarez, bro. Oh my god.
Okay, Suarez
Wait,
not that bad.
yeah, no,
Oh
Suarez is a
my
fantastic
fucking
officer.
god.
He is a fantastic.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on,
Brian, I
now.
can hear it in your
no,
voice.
tell me,
God.
I'm curious.
Suarez.
What
Oh my
Suarez,
god.
Tell us.
I'm
He's
telling you
under
right
us.
now.
Frank,
If you,
call
listen, I'm on calls with him 90% of the time.
Suarez,
he's on
the
duty.
south side, bro.
Yeah, the
He shot
ESB
like
cop?
he fucking ballers,
What-
bro.
what is
Suarez,
he?
Suarez,
What has he done?
Franny called him in the ESB cop. That's what Franny called him, bro.
Okay, relax.
Straight from
Suarez,
ESB,
bro.
bro.
What happened?
He about
Suarez
to
is
go join
trash.
zombie power tights, bro.
Fucking stupid.
Suarez is ass, bro. So I'm gonna
No,
be
no,
honest.
no. What has he done though?
Yeah,
What
talk
hasn't
to
he
us.
done, bro?
Talk
Listen,
to us.
Suarez is
No,
just
man.
like,
I'm good, man.
Is he a bit too much? Like, talk to.
he
I
can't
don't
be-
know.
Terminator.
he's just kind of like
Bro, you
robotic
can't say
sometimes.
I'm done
you know?
and then complain about the
Listen,
guy.
but
You
this
complain
is all
about
like
the-
small
Kind of
shit.
like Jones. You know what? That means he got brain
Yeah.
damage or something.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Jones is very different than Suarez. I can tell you that every call that I'm on, that guy
yeah, we'll just
respects-
agree to disagree,
Listen,
guys, yeah?
Well, here's the thing. I'm on calls with him, right? And I can tell you that he is more considerate to our SOPs than 95% of the
Right.
No, no, no,
So,
no.
and just because he's got,
Keep
listen,
an eye on
just
the guy.
because he's got a deeper voice and may, may sound a little bit more alpha than what you're used to. I mean, doesn't mean that he's
Gives
necessarily
me
doing anything wrong.
flashbacks, bro. Ah!
Okay, Francis, what you complain about Suarez? Talk to us.
Oh,
What
fuck
kind of
me.
shit is he doing that is not within his legal duties as a police officer?
Well, he's doing everything within his legal duties. It's just,
Is it a bit too much? Is it excessive?
yeah,
Like,
sometimes, yeah.
You know what like weaponizing SOPs means? That's Suarez. That's literally what Suarez is.
But what does that mean, though?
That's
'Cause that's not-
Weaponizes your
That's-
SOPs, bro.
Yeah, what is he doing? Give me doing like a meth run. What is he doing?
Oh, guys.
for example?
Oh no. Well, you're getting chased. Okay, I'm gonna start fucking pitting authorized immediately. Like it's like weaponizing what you know you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he touched my cop car, so now I'm gonna fucking just start ramming them because they came after me. Like it's like shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain it, man. Like
Yeah, but have you talked to him at all?
We don't want to.
I feel like his way of talking and his voice makes you think he's something
Suarez.
he's not.
What a fucking guy, huh? No, Brian. And I've been in the city long enough to know what people are like, man.
Motherfucker, I've been in the city longer than you have.
Yeah, and so you saying what you're saying right now is actually shocking.
Listen,
This dude,
I think
not
he just
even
had the
OG,
wrong
man.
picture of
He's
him.
not even
Look,
OG.
I listen. I put my fucking badge on the line for that guy. I'm telling you, he's
I've been
he's a
monitoring
good
Suarez
guy.
As well, I've been listening to his calls, what he does.
Yeah, right.
I've heard some, no, I'm
The
serious.
main we're not here for just the main shit is, you know what I'm saying, we need fucking some accountability, bro. We're getting over here shot for no reason. We can't. There's no route we can take us to come to you
Right,
guys.
so there's 2 routes you can take it. One, IA, and then send up.
Oh, you just told us what happened with
IA
IA.
fucking useless.
Yeah, we made a fucking
They're
IA
never
complaint,
around.
Bass, and you just said everyone you talked to just lied. They said, "Oh, we don't recall what happened."
Yeah, but,
Miss you, babe.
but
How
it's
you
not gonna be
been?
Every case, okay. Just because
It is, Brian. You
lying
just said
and
it.
then trying to cover-
You said we came down here about this whole gunner shit,
I know
shooting
the
people without
solution.
reason. You said nothing I can
no,
do.
no, listen. Let
need
me ask you
body
a question
cams.
about SWAT.
God.
Suarez.
Suarez.
Oh,
Let me
fuck
ask
me.
you a question, bro. Can you name one characteristic of this guy apart from deep voice, bro? He's a fucking robot. He's a robot,
I
bro.
think
You
they
make this
come
guy,
across
this
that-
guy funny as fuck. You know, you guys fuck around. He a fucking robot. I don't know one thing that he does apart from.
So we have to make him bend a little bit. Is what you're saying? He's not. He's very stiff. He's not.
It's like
Yeah,
talking
he's
to a
stiff.
fucking brick wall.
All right, guys, pull over the car, please.
So
Just let me
there's
know.
some cops that came in to be like that, and over time
Oh,
they
haram,
flourish and nourish into something. You know. You
Yeah,
wanna see the police officer.
or they turn into Frank fucking Williams.
Frank Williams was funny as shit because he's just mauled out.
Frank
though.
bro.
He's so fucking dumb, bro. He pop, bro.
Oh my. Oh yeah. He's
Damn, you guys
over
sent him
there.
to the-
Right.
you guys
Loves it
sent him
over
to
there.
Pub
That's
Pub,
why
man?
he's going into the ground, bro. Frank Williams a fucking loser,
Yo,
bro.
I used to love Malden Frank, bro.
Yeah, Frank was
Oh.
hilarious because he would mauled out, but
Remember
it
he
was
fucking
funny.
hit you at 150 miles an hour and he got
Missile.
was tired of
Frank the
getting
Missile,
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah, but it's Frank, you know what I mean? Everybody expects him to do dumb shit because he's just a dumb shit, bro. Didn't he set his own fucking office on fire or something?
The thing about it is some cops do take some time to kind of get into it. And
Well, they
look at
need
it,
guidance from people like you,
understand it,
Bass.
right?
They need someone to fucking put them in check. You guys just let it all go. That's the problem. Nobody, like you said, no one wants to
Like
be
I
the
said,
bad guy.
man, it sounds
Nobody
like
wants
you
to
don't
lay
want to be
down
the villain,
fucking
man.
law.
All right, so
but-
here's the
That is
catch-22,
not true
right?
At all. That is. I have been the PD villain for the past year, Rami. What are you talking about? Okay.
Let me
guys
ask you
been
guys
playing all
something.
the
You
time.
have been, but
There's a
Bass,
bit
I'm
of
just
a-
saying, you're not a good villain. You know what I'm saying? You're just too
There's
nice
a bit of a
of a guy.
catch-22 here, right?
I
You're like
don't know how to be
Riddler,
a
bro.
villain,
You're like the
right.
Riddler, bro. Like you survived. You know what I mean? You gotta be like the Joker. You know what I mean?
Oh, so I gotta go with a fucking
No, you
bomb?
more.
Yeah.
You sort of look like Professor X, bro. You just need a wheelchair.
You're like
Make it
Magneto, the
fix
guy
that.
who like won't
Yeah,
take it
pull
too
his
far,
knees
but
out.
like will take it far. You know what I mean? You need to be like fucking like.
Unnecessary evil. That's what
No,
I
you're
mean.
not. Yeah, you are, but you need to be like. Okay, you're watching Stranger Things. You got to be Vecna, all right? You can't be the fucking mind flayer.
Spoiler.
You gotta be.
Spoilers? Yeah. what's
Spoiler.
going on?
Hold up a little bit. Let's not go any further with that. I haven't watched the rest of it.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay.
So now this leads us to like an odd spot because we're talking about Suarez on one hand, which is that guy is by the book. He doesn't cross any lines.
Right.
Make
right.
sure that
Fucking target,
Right,
though.
hold on, right? But at the same time, we've also talked about Gunner sending vehicles into Little Soul compound. So you know, these are
Wrangler,
both
High
ends of the
Command Chief Sheriff Wrangler.
So
That's what-
is it
that's-
that what if Gunner was the one that made that call?
Gunner made the call to shoot me without even saying anything?
It doesn't
and
matter,
I
bro.
didn't
That
have
whole
Gunner Man.
force, the come force, I don't even really care too much about the car thing. It's them shooting motherfuckers like Rami unarmed coming out of Maldini's, me in the car just sitting there, having no, not doing shit. Shit like that. And
Right,
there
and-
needs to
and
be
shit like that
checks
should
and
be
balances,
punished.
and there ain't,
Yeah,
there
no, I
ain't
definitely
fucking
agree with
shit.
you. However, on the other side, though, to be fair, for their perspective, the community has been pretty effective when it comes to class twos and people's back, right?
Okay, yeah, but I
If
mean,
they make a mistake, they should be held accountable for
Yeah,
their
you
actions.
know what
and I
else
agree.
would be effective? A fucking nuclear device. It would
Exactly.
stop all class twos.
Let me answer you a question.
You can't use that logic, bro.
If you
No,
ask,
I mean,
if you ask 100 people in this city, who would you rather get pulled over by, Fingal Dan or Suarez? I promise you 100 people will say Fingal Dan.
and then why is that, Rami?
Everybody got to say Fingal.
Because Fingal Dan, I enjoy being around Fingal Dan. I enjoy being around you, Bass, around Brian, around people like Soze, AJ Hunter, Max.
Jose's fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. you
I
cocksucker.
enjoy talking and speaking to these cops. I don't like speaking of Suarez, Jones. Don't make me list off the whole fucking list, all right? Because they
This
have
is a
the
dumb
right
point, though.
attitude
The
and
way
right
Rami makes
mentality
his
when
points
they
are
do go
fucking
on
stupid
duty,
sometimes.
Mm.
Like his whole point. I don't like
No,
talking
they
to
don't
this
have
guy.
a sense of
not how you
entitlement.
It's not
like
gonna,
they, like you get what I mean?
you know what I mean?
A chip on the
Oh, I
shoulder
get that.
officers need to fucking stop.
Like you're not gonna
guys.
like everyone you talk to.
Someone needs
That's not a good
mental
point to make.
Guidance when it comes to it.
That's
So
the
they
problem.
understand
Is because you guys hired quantity over quality, bro.
And we're trying
That's
to
the
get back
problem.
more than. I mean, we're gonna be firing 25 cops in the LSPD who have not been on duty.
Thank
the past
fucking
30 days,
God,
right?
man.
Wait, what? The past how many days?
How many tops around at the moment, bro?
30 plus days.
How many tops are around at the moment, bro? How many tops?
know.
Probably like 25 at
1,
best.
2, 3.
No,
4, 5,
38
6,
plus FTO.
7,
There's
8, 9,
42.
11, 12.
No, that
13,
doesn't-
15, 16, 17,
not accurate.
18, 19, 20, 21,
No?
22, 23, 24, 25,
Oh my God, they can count.
27,
I
28,
thought
29,
cops were
30,
dumb.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
Wait,
I'm
where
not
are you
wrong.
counting?
Man, you
Yeah,
fucking
it's
say it, bro.
strong.
Where are you
It's
counting?
It's 42.
42, 43, and 44. 44.
There you go, Brian. It was more, Brian.
Wow. This. Where the fuck are they?
And there's a good, there's like a good 10 more waiting.
Listen, and I'm not
Oh my
naming
God, there's at least 20
Bass,
distracted right now.
and I'm not listing cops just like, oh, I can get away with easily. Like, no, I'm
No,
talking
no,
to
no, I know
cops
what you're
that are
saying.
like, I know I have a good time around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, I get
obviously,
that.
people police differently, right? You're never gonna get like what you want. You know, it's pick and choose,
You
obviously,
want
right?
cops to be a breath of fresh air, right? I get that.
Yeah, but
know how
also
to
at the same
explain
time,
it.
I understand not everyone's gonna be like that, so that's fine. For me, it's more just accountability, man. Y'all gotta start laying down laws, bruh.
Yeah,
You're the
you should
chief,
see what
man.
happened yesterday, bro. I was walking down the street and then I come in my own mouth.
Really?
Hold it.
And nobody did shit
Yeah,
about
you
it.
did call it.
Nobody
Brady,
did shit about
Bass
it.
had a
I
bet
come
saying
in
that
my
you
own
would just
mouth.
come down here and talk about coming in your mouth.
Do that.
She joined the communist.
I put a straw in my cock and eat it.
I'm not worried
I don't
about
think
like
we
there
can
being
have
robotic
accountability
cops.
while at the same time having a negative opinion about those that are within the realm of being accountable.
What do you mean?
What?
Well,
didn't make
because
any
the ones that have, it goes back to my point where what I'm failing to understand is like Suarez is in that
Here we go.
is in that realm of making sure that he doesn't get into situations that are troublesome. But on the flip side, some of the officers that you mentioned, right, that you enjoy being around or whatever, are the ones that are likely to break those kind of rules where we have to keep them accountable. So I don't know if you can really have both.
Well, a lot of times, that was my point earlier. A lot of times you guys focus on the wrong shit. Like, you'll focus on, let's say, just example, I'm not saying this happened, like Fingal Dan fucking around on a traffic stop.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got
Should he be
fucking-
held accountable for that?
If it's just some fucking petty shit, nah. But at the
So
same
who
time,
decides when it's petty
you'll have
and
cops
it's
just
serious?
shooting motherfuckers for no reason. And that shit will get wiped under the rug. But you guys will focus on the guy fucking around at a traffic stop. Because the
I
people at
agree with
high
you.
command are the ones involved with the fucking more serious dumb shit going on.
But so okay, like how do you determine like when the fucking around is okay and when it's not? So
When
like
it
take the
starts
example of
like
ramping
having
the
serious
vehicles
impacts on
into-
people.
Serious impact. Like what would that line? be?
Motherfuckers getting shot, Brian. People rotting in jail for wrong reasons.
So let me ask you a question. There was a situation where I was kidnapped in your grocery store. Remember that last week?
Yeah.
So Conan Clarkson put up $50,000. Should be held accountable because it led to a shootout.
Yeah, you should.
100%.
And he will be. Me and Bass talked about this.
Yeah, there's actually an ongoing investigation
Okay.
for that.
You fuck
Because-
Clark
so-
Kent, bro.
So fuck around as long as it doesn't result in a shootout or a raid or something like that.
Yeah, serious shit that impacts.
Brian, I know what you're doing right now, and you're
No,
okay,
I think
no,
you. I, Rami, I want you to think about this. What I'm trying to say here, because like at some level,
Bringing
right,
up
I
like,
agree with you
But it's
guys.
also
I
Brian.
fucking
Brian,
around
let me
is
tell you
great.
though,
No,
Brian,
it's
it's
not
different though
hypocritical.
because this is off the record, right?
I don't think he should be fucked with, to be honest. But I think you understand.
I
my point.
called.
Like,
I brought Conan and those. I brought you guys into that shit. Like it was. I brought Conan into that. It was voluntary. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of this other shit is just thrown upon you, and the next thing you know, you got 30 fucking cops up your ass, and they're just shooting whoever the fuck they want.
True.
What Kid's trying to say, I'm trying to get this right. You want it to be contained, right? Like have your funds, you have it contained. When it bleeds out, to other
Exactly.
things,
Like we do
that's
dumb
when
shit all the
people get
time, but I'm
unhappy.
not going out there and just fucking doing that to some random schmo.
That's not true. Rami Al-Rahim let off a C4 at the bank on the West Coast, and that was terrible.
That was you. That was you.
No, guys, I can
Wow.
explain.
That was
I can fucking
terrible.
explain. I can explain. All right, listen. You see what happened was Franny was throwing pipe bombs. All right.
I didn't do that. He's a terrorist. I don't trust him.
So let me explain to you what happened with the all right, listen. Bro, fuck this guy. Who invited this guy here?
Bro, why are you laughing about that? You blew up all those people.
Don't listen to him. You ever be just randomly just shotgunned down by your quote unquote gang member?
That happens all the time. Go ahead, Rami. Finish your sentence.
Can you guys turn around for a sec?
Oh, speaking of people randomly getting shot down, I think Miguel's out the front in the car, Dad.
Who? Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel.
Oh.
He pulled up and ran my car, and then someone slammed him.
Wait, you killed Miguel and just left him out here, and he's
I
still
don't
in
even
there?
have a gun.
Oh.
It's dealt
Okay.
with. Okay, it's dealt with.
Listen. Bass, you understand where we're coming here with this meeting?
Absolutely. And I'll bring up on discussion high command and see what the hell's going on, and I'll speak with the Wrangler about it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I want accountability. And
So listen, I just want to say something before you do that. But listen, I fucking think the SPS shit good. But when you put Gunner, he a different breed to someone like fucking Wrangler or Suarez or Jones or something like that.
Oh,
Those
keep going,
assholes
baby.
gonna fucking completely fuck you in the ass when SBS happens. Whereas Gunner just got the fuck around and be light after you get caught and shit. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, but
Why the fuck is
I
Wrangler
understand what you're
involved in
saying.
that shit? Because he got to fucking try rage you and shit. Because he a fucking lunatic, bro.
I think that's the hard thing to separate. Like, I think,
exactly.
if
How do
we're
you separate
fucking with
that?
you, we're not going to go and do that.
I mean,
But-
if you
so let me
make a
explain to you.
unit called COM, maybe the hard-ass tryhards don't join it because it already sounds.
Well, it's
SPS, bro.
it's Gunner's unit, and he invited a Wrangler. So what do I tell him?
But
No?
that's what I'm saying,
yes.
though. That sort of shit is making the problems, I think, or bigger problems, bro. Because Gunner full SPS is fun and shit, bro. But
Yeah.
I don't think Rang Jones got to do shit like that. They
Well,
just
Jones
What
saying
time to go hard?
some are fucking around, Bass, but then you get like 15 other that are not
okay,
fucking around. So then
let me
it's-
explain to you, Bass. You know what it is when they fuck around? If you have like Fingal Dan and fucking and Gunner there on scene, you guys are all fucking around, tackle each other, this, that, and the third, and then Wrangler comes in here and sees a class 2 in your back, and they're full blown
Raid, this,
78s, 78s, 25 cops show up, and then you're in jail for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's the exact issue, to be honest.
Do you know if Gunner's
like
actually
it's like
fucking
a
around?
mixture,
Because
you know what I
I'm
mean?
pretty
Yes.
sure they're taking that unit pretty seriously.
Bro,
They're
he
really
put he put a fucking jump in the middle of Little Seoul and sent 7 fucking CVPIs over the roof, bro. I don't think he was, not messing around, bro.
So I'm down for the dumb shit, but pretty much what Franny said. Some are fucking
dumb
around,
shit
but
for
then
dumb
you
shit,
get the ones that are fucking
Just-
around and they'll
yeah,
take
yeah,
advantage
yeah.
of it.
Like if I get arrested for doing some dumb shit with some dumb cops, I don't give a fuck. But I don't want to go to jail for 300 months and get raided because someone's got a sore vagina.
Because
you know, bro?
fucking Jones pulls up and then decides to fucking control
You
the
can't
scene.
read the room.
I think we need a separate
need to
police
read the room.
department that deals with.
No. People need to
Non-raid
just use their
related
fucking
shit.
brains. That's the problem, Brian.
That's never
So
going to happen.
here's a good
asked me
example, okay? Bro, listen. We go up to Sandy Shores, they fuck around, we have a bit of fun with them. They don't call in 13s, they don't do shit because they know how to contain it. They don't have to fucking 78 every time they get their butt hurt. You know what I mean, bro? They want to
I
have
agree.
fun. It's crazy.
Like if the com unit wanted to come down as
It's
a
like
com
down
unit,
here,
I'll tell
if
you
you're
what.
dealing with our officers,
Fuck it,
it
I'll
could
say
be
it.
some bullshit that all of a sudden it turns
You
into
want
something else.
a
a
prime
lot of you
example,
read
Bass?
the
I see what
room
Frank is
good. That's
saying.
what I'm
It's
saying.
contained,
So
right?
you just
So-
don't, though, bro.
Bass, you want a prime example, Bass? It was when you're in a chase solo, right? And then you lose the criminals, and then you restart the chase with the criminals, and then you call in 78s.
wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Trying to use that
That one.
scenario based on an example. I did that.
No, I'm not. No, somebody else did, but I'm just giving you an example, right?
Wait, so what happened?
That's not
So
logical
if
at all.
you lose the cops in a chase, and then the cop, then you guys restart the chase, right? Like you and the cop, like you guys redo the chase, whatever. And then that cop calls in 78s.
I don't think that's ever happened, has it?
No,
Just
nah.
for a trace.
Did you hear him call
I don't think that's
78?
even like a bad. Like Rami's points sometimes
Happened
don't
with
make
you,
sense.
Rami? Be honest.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Hey, when did it
Like,
happen?
so he was in a
Okay.
chase and then he
Happened
lost
last
came
week
back
with
on
Suarez.
It was
and
last week
back.
with Suarez.
Suarez called 78.
Yes.
We
Oh, just
okay. We lost the cops.
Listen,
We lost
So
the
does
cops.
78
He was like,
backup?
"Oh, my head
CG,
popped."
Is
It was
it cool?
only
Is it-
Suarez chasing us. It was only him chasing us. He's like,
Is it cool if we
let's
redo
meet
it?
up
I
this
think
I
it's
weekend.
see.
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So
I
we
remember.
redo the chase, and then after
I'm not okay with
a
that.
minute into the chase, Suarez then calls 78s. I need double backup.
Did you
And
hear
then-
him say 78?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you open fire at him? Did you?
No.
Why the fuck?
The
would we
weapon?
do it?
No, you're
So
talking
we
about the
fucking
shit where
ignore.
he had a headache, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you were free, and then you were the nice guy.
Yeah, and
Letting
then
him
into
get
the chase,
back.
he then call, and then into the chase, he calls in 78s.
Why?
And we
You tell me.
we go from him chasing us and we're losing him to 11 cop cars after us being pitted 30 seconds into us coming back, and we go flipped.
So if we look into
I
this,
fucked up, bro. Y'all should have took that
so
W, man.
if we look into this, because there's only one way we can do it,
Go ahead.
you will have called 78s.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll look into it. I'll have Brian make sure to look into it, and if he was saying the truth,
But what would even happen in that situation? Like even okay, so what he did? Then what would happen?
Oh, that's
Yo,
a
Suarez,
huge
don't do that
fucking
again.
problem. I mean, it depends on the level of receptiveness of the officer.
There's always
Like,
two
you're
sides
not
to
going
the
to go
coin,
and like
so-
beat
Jones-
someone down if they're receptive. Other
know another
officers
thing,
are
bro?
less receptive.
Yeah, we fucked up, kid. You're right, bro.
What
We
the
should've
fuck
just kept
ever
going.
happened to the police department questioning you once you got to put in handcuffs and shit? I don't think I've been questioned the
Yeah,
last
for
like,
real.
10 times I've been
Yo,
arrested. bro.
and
It's
not
just
even
you
that.
sit
What
there and
happens
then
to
you get
calling a
charges 2
lawyer
hours
down?
later.
No. What happens to calling a lawyer down and then actually getting knocked charges down? Like, oh, okay, okay, you brought a lawyer down here, made a good
Negotiating.
argument.
There's
I'll make a
barely
good. Let me finish. No, there are a lot of lawyers. Because
Oh,
when I
really?
because when I'm around, when I get arrested, I can always call a lawyer. There's always a lawyer around.
Yeah, but you
That's-
could
that's a-
remember Randy. I think half this reason is because, like, Randy, like, fuck, I just wanted that process and shit like
no,
that. So
but-
they
Yeah,
brush off
Francis
too,
is
bro.
right.
No, but
so the
for-
reason that
Franny-
people don't get questioned is a lot of people when they're in
Franny,
cells
I-
for more than 5 minutes, they start freaking the fuck out.
It's not that
So
though,
it's
bro.
kind of
It's
trained
beyond
up
that.
Rami,
It's
just
so
to-
far.
Rami,
That's
to
what
be-
you guys are- rush the
To be
Let
honest,
me
it's not
talk,
always the
bro.
cops' fault. Because last time I wanted a bench
You guys
trial,
don't even
the
understand
judge-
what I'm saying. You guys don't even understand what I'm saying. When was
You
the
don't
last
even
time?
say English words sometimes.
When was the last time you guys are actually triggered?
No, I get what you're saying,
I speak-
but
I know
Oh
what
my
you're saying, Rob.
God, Rami joined the Quips.
No,
It
Brian
has to be
fucking
like
pissed
give
me
and
the
take.
fuck
I
off,
know
bro.
what
He doesn't
you're
let me
saying. It has to
fucking
be like give
speak,
and
bro.
take, right?
Brian, you gotta stop talking to.
Mad
You gotta start
fucking
talking to
annoying,
this
bro.
guy. You're gonna piss
Holy
him
shit.
off.
Don't mention his hair. I'm sorry.
Listen, yeah, you guys say because people complain in the cells. Yeah, people do. We do to get processed faster. But I'll be real, bro. Somehow processing has gotten way fucking slower. I'll be on the ground for like an hour and a
Yeah,
half,
it's
and I'll be
just
thinking like, oh, when we get to the PD, that my charges will be ready, and then I'll sit in the cell at the fucking PD for an hour while they talk in a group, figuring out what the fuck happened. Yet they don't
Yeah,
question
exactly.
a single
Instead
person of what
asking us
happened.
the questions,
Exactly.
They go and sit out there for 30 minutes.
I'd rather them talk
and
to
then they
us
come
to
in
get
with
the
wrong
story.
charges. It's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
and then you argue for about another half hour because the story they have is not even fucking correct. If only they just
Honestly, I just
question
want to
people.
talk to police when I in handcuffs, bro, instead of stare at the wall. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like, I think that's part of why some of the cops feel like robots, bro. They just like put you in the cell, they walk off, don't talk to you 40 minutes, come back and say, hey, you're getting fucked in the ass, bro.
And then when you argue the charges, they say, hey, well, we're doing the same for everybody. I mean, I can't do anything about it.
It seems like they're following steps, not like living it. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, it's not necessarily their fault, I guess, but it get boring after a while dealing with Rami all the time, bro. But it's sort
Oh,
of
we're upsetting
sort
the
of
cop
weird. They
viewers.
just like don't want to.
Resident Sleeper K complaining again. What's new? It's crazy. It's almost like the server owner just
think
made
it's,
this point.
It's like a conditioning
Right.
thing. Like I think some would like to talk, but then they've got this like impending doom where they gotta process as quickly as they can because it turns from we want to chat into why is this taking so long when the processing itself can take getting stories lined up and whatnot.
That's what I mean. You spend that time talking to each other when you could just be asking us, bro. Like, I guess that's what they used to be like. It just weird it ain't like that, bro. I don't know if like DOJ made you make sure everything right or something, but they're like less talking or something. It's like robots.
yeah.
I think one thing that would be good is I want to charge for robbery of a financial institute with violence. It'd be less than 8 times attempted murder, but close to that amount. In addition to that, another charge that is specifically violence using weapons. I think that cut down a lot of look, let's be honest. There's a lot of fucking evidence, but ain't nobody going to court over it. So why collect the evidence in a case where we could literally, instead of sitting down trying to figure out what happened over the last 20 minutes or whatever in a shootout, y'all know you did
nobody
what
goes
you
to
did.
court
You
because the
fucking-
judges are fucking ass as well.
I agree with you, but what I'm
Like
getting
bench
at is
trials, but like an actual court
I
case.
got
just
denied a bench
take-
trial
Oh,
by a
right.
judge last time.
Yeah.
what I'm
Also,
getting at
part of
is
the problem is-
if we had those two charges, the amount of time it would take for officers to discuss those charges now goes to zero. Because
I'll
if
be
you guys
worried
were
about that,
involved
though,
in the
Brian.
shooting, then it's just that one charge, right? It's not like, okay, it's this plus this plus
Yeah, but
this. Did
somehow
this
they
guy
fuck
shoot?
up
Did that
who
guy
the
shoot?
driver was and shit. Like, just the other day, I got in the driver's seat for like 10 seconds, and then they said I was driving the entire time, bro. They fucking, they don't even really think about what they're doing, bro. Yeah. And Jones is a good example of this, because I've been to court with him like 3 times, and most of the charges get thrown out, or he just don't go to court, bro. That's why people like him fucking annoying, bro.
So they're throwing shit at the wall and watching it stick, basically, instead of actually getting it right.
Yeah, like, when I was a top, I know 100%. If I put this person in a courtroom, they 100%. I got to get fucked with it. Not like a 50-50 or something, bro.
That's what we teach. I mean, say, listen, before you press the charge, think of it. Will this charge stick in court? If the answer is yes, push it. If not, then drop it. Who cares?
Yeah, boss, but some of these guys have ego assholes. That's why they do this. Will put everything they can on it. And some of the people in command are like that, bro. So you only imagine what's going to happen to the police under it.
Yeah, Bass, I've seen people argue for 30 minutes over a 5-month fucking charge, man.
This shit keeps me up at night, I'll be honest.
Bro. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean push you. But I will suck you cock.
No problem.
Listen, all we're asking, Bass, is take your dick out of it, you know what I'm saying? Lay it the fuck down. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know what needs to be done.
I genuinely mean it, Bass. I really
fucking
think
do it.
you don't want to be like the really, really big villain, bro. You're down to be the evil necessary, bro. You really got to lay it down, though, bro. I'm telling you, I'm being serious.
I've been the PD's villain for a while, okay? Blame Bass in this. Crim sympathizer, chief of police says criminal that only sees it from the criminal's perspective. Pussy ass cop that lets
Facts.
Bass.
Criminals. Honestly, bro,
Send your shit to Jose and let Jose make that announcement then, man.
Yeah, you know what? Franny, get your brother, man.
I mean, I'll call
For
him
real.
right now, bro. On this
Seriously.
fucking phone right in front of me, bro.
If that's what it takes, bro. You want to get changed,
I
bro?
don't
Send it.
bother-
Listen,
That's the
listen,
thing, though. I don't want to
listen.
bother Soze
Don't
with
you
my
think-
problems.
Don't you think, bro, like, maybe the whole quantity over quality thing we all did was probably, the downfall at the same time, bro?
100%.
The reason why
100%.
we have growing pains. The reason why we
Listen,
have,
I stole Conan Clarkson's phone. I stole Conan. Listen,
You said you were going to do
I stole Conan.
He's in pain, he's in
I
pain,
stole
he's in pain.
Conan Clarkson's phone.
How'd you do that, Ron?
He's in pain.
Did Conan Clarkson not bring that up in command chat every single fucking day, Bass?
I'm sorry.
But
And then get looked over and laughed at? How the quantity over quality
Honestly, I
hiring
think
is a
we
problem?
need it back
But there
then,
was
bro.
pressure.
During it?
No, and I get that. But there was a pressure at one point to constantly hire,
Yeah, so,
hire.
Listen,
Pressure by
listen,
who?
listen.
More bleed than
You've
there
got
was more.
you've got to
supply coming in.
understand, though. 6 months ago,
Way more
it
crime.
was fucking booze after
Yeah.
booze. Yeah, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
bank after bank. Now all the cops get bored because there ain't shit in comparison, bro. I just don't think if we had the quality at this point, I'd stop for traffic because I know if I get pulled over by one of you doofuses, I'm just gonna be laughing with you. You know? what I
Yeah,
mean, bro?
exactly.
But sometimes you get the fucking boring ass robots because we needed them back then, but I don't think we need them now, bro.
I agree.
You guys
Also,
talking to Salsa? He said you should just wrap all the cops and start over.
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
Bass, you got 44 cops on duty right now.
Yo, Bass, another problem is that the
Yeah,
cops
sounds
are
like
getting
crazy.
rewarded for just being on duty. They're not rewarded for good work.
I think they are, though.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They are by me because good cops I talk to and have fun with. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm saying the cop. Listen, there's a lot of corporals, seniors, fucking even people in command that shouldn't even be in those positions. Go ahead, like Conan. Go ahead. Somebody say. Go ahead, Brian. I'm waiting for you to say it.
It's true. Conan doesn't do shit.
Go ahead, Brian. Good.
You know what I mean, though, Bess? You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
You can't
also-
deny it.
saying that though, like if I run into any of the park rangers, bro, I know it will be pretty fun, bro. Just saying.
Yeah, because the park rangers fucking hire actual fucking cops and like people who know how to
Except for
interact.
Clarkson because he's a
Okay.
fucking cocksucker.
Clarkson made all those fucking
Just
hires.
the other
dumbass.
day, I went to chase him and he put his car in the garage and it just vanished somehow.
No, it didn't. That wasn't even his
Just
car.
vanished,
You're actually
bro.
pissing me. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
Conan
so
Clarkson does do weird shit.
It does weird.
Bro, why is
shit.
it when I talk, Francis just tries to shit on me?
Well, he's
Because
not
it's
lying,
hot,
is he,
bro.
though?
Also, one of the issues that's been happening that's been causing a lot of problems has been different kind of policing style clashing, right? Where there's different perspectives coming in and different heads coming to the same table, and this get from different point of view.
Well,
right?
that's
So
what
as-
we're talking about in terms of like people that can come unit. Like when you have Fingal Dan and fucking Gunner there, and then Wrangler pulls up because he's in that unit and decides to change up the whole vibe.
Yeah,
of
so
the
you got to see
policing.
like
You
Gunner
get what I'm saying?
once class twos off your back, he does it in a
Best
way
friend's right
that
behind you,
isn't
gentlemen.
fucking meathead, bro. You know what I'm saying? He does it good, bro. You can tell
Right.
it's
Was that Robocop?
That's Suarez. No, I'm sorry. So we just saw Suarez
Sorry,
walk
sorry.
by.
fucking Southside, bro.
Yeah.
I bet he got fucking gang tags around here somewhere, bro.
He's got tattoos on things. Like
Anyways, listen, I just think, I think we all think, maybe quantity over quality broke some shit, bro.
Yep, and some checks and balances. And
It was needed at the time, but in the long run, it would definitely hurt more than it did gain, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely.
Are there people in your police department that you don't even know join that kind of thing, bro? Like, how it work with recruitment?
Recruiting is like its own department, which is had.
Yeah, so the
I
way-
just got the text message from Celsius. It says, Suarez will be trooper soon. Wow, crazy.
Pricey.
Romney, Jalen, look at that.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here, man. Let's get out of here.
Yo, boss,
no
when I
hope.
come to Little
There's-
Seoul, I'll give you
there's-
everything illegal I have, and I will get a job at Burger
There's
King.
no hope, man.
But do
There's
you
no
think
hope.
if
Good.
you controlled all recruitment for your apartment, Bass, maybe be a bit better for you?
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I mean-
Bass is the fucking burger shop workers that you guys are hiring are fucking cooler than the actual cops. That you
Wait,
hire.
Bass, explain to me how the hierarchy works. So you're the chief of
Fingal
police,
Dan
but
is
you
nicer
only
than
have
all the other- and
you're only
Peach.
really the chief of LSPD.
Correct. And
So you have no
controls his own
power over.
department.
Okay.
I mean, I can't come in there and do something, but Fred can come in there and undo it and then, rechange it again. So
That's dumb as fuck.
So you don't
Hey,
really.
what you're
have
telling me
power.
is Pred and Wrangler grant everything, and then they go against you, and you have no.
yeah, I
say
mean,
now.
I can suspend and strike Wrangler right now, and the Fred can just get on duty and remove, right?
Is that what happens?
I mean, that can happen.
Yes, it's what happens. He just wasn't saying it.
Well, that's what he was saying earlier. So that's what happens.
I told you it's like a
Essentially,
hydra with 3 snakes, right?
I see
Or
what
3
you're
heads.
saying. And 2 of the snakes want to kill the other snake, the other head.
Right, and we
Two of the
constantly
heads.
fight, and we butt heads all
Okay,
the time.
all
right?
right, I got you.
So I
Damn.
can
I
only
just
control
think,
LSPD.
What Sandy showed me is like if you guys actually had areas to patrol and you ran your own police force with detached from the other ones, it would be a lot better, bro. So
That's what they did, though. That's what they
Honestly,
did, though. No?
you know what you
They
should do?
don't, though.
I originally
you should
thought,
tell
like-
Soze, you should split the. You should tell Soze split the city in half, east and west, and
Yeah,
make
that's
it
what I'm
two-
saying. So you do a bank robbery on the West Coast, then the Wrangler comes and Jones comes.
Yeah,
and then,
jurisdictions.
on the East Coast, you get the good cops.
Right. I think you divide it
Because
in
those
half.
cops are fucking losers, and I hate them.
Or you could have both departments working in the city, but on different channels. So if you call in units on one channel, like let's say the LSPD one, you're only seeing LSPD units back up. Only time they, connect to each
Is
other
it
is
true
if it was
regular
like a
tasers
shootout.
and shoots people because he can't drive?
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, I haven't been on patrol with Wrangler in like a month now, so I don't know.
Oh, you can't drive for sure.
He's got a nice ponytail. I would suck his cock. Anyways,
talk about.
All
I
right.
don't know, really, Bass. Do you so I was asking, do you have everybody that's in your department right now, did you recruit them or did you okay them or how's it work?
Half of them came in when I became the chief. The other half, obviously, we have a P&T department that split up, right? So what happened at one point, it was P&T that was led by 2 BCSO guys, and then we split it into their own P&Ts where they can do their own recruiting and hiring. And then that has been the case the past 3 months. So we've been kind of recruiting our own people that we want in the PD, people that we want.
Yeah, that's what I say, though. Like, imagine if you could just pick and choose exactly who you wanted, even if we needed a few more departments or something. I just think, if you can, because we as Twilight Lords, if I could sort of choose what tops I mess with, it would be great. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, in the mixture of random shit.
What makes the SCSO stand out is they have their own place or contained, right? They're in their own little island
Yeah.
versus in the city where you're kind of like you got everybody down here, right? So it's a
Yeah,
lot of like
yeah,
a
yeah,
melting
yeah.
pot. It's not a
That's
salad.
what I'm
it's a
saying.
melting
West
pot.
Coast, East Coast shit. You could sort it out though.
I want to do something
But
like
then
that. I think-
obviously, you'd have the bank robberies and shit that would be whatever normal shit, bro. But
yeah, and actually, I remember there's a talk about having inner city police and outer city police, right?
But listen, we're just broadcasting about what would it take for these changes to actually occur? Getting ideas written on pen and paper, and then you doing that, or do you need people like Jose or like Tony Andrews?
we've been talking about this. So's been talking about shit like this for a bit, bro.
Oh, for real?
Over the last month or so. Yeah.
Okay.
This is something already being discussed.
Honestly,
bro.
I wanted the draft to happen to where everybody gets brought down to an officer. There is a unified police department. You pick up from a pool. You hire him as into the LSPD, and you give him a salary. But the problem with that is you need a lot of tools. With it.
So like the leaders of the department and just draft all their. So what about happens to the
And
Rangers
then
and troopers?
the people
then?
that
They
don't
just
get
stay?
recruited, they just stay. They like the idea would be some. Maybe they can only be on duty for like a few weeks while recruitment's happening, and then they not on duty anymore, bro. So if they shit, they just don't get recruited.
Yeah. What about like people like the Rangers and troopers? Then they just keep their existing
would be
roster, and then
Well, you'd be able to pick them anyway. Be the same shit if you wanted, but
It'd be equally important to know like what the department should be looking for, because I think right now it's a little vague.
I think
Even
it
as
should
we
be the same
sorted.
shit we want in the entire world, just character, bro.
Well,
Honestly.
I agree. Actually, I agree with that.
Yeah,
It's
be
not just the
somebody's a
cops
police
that's like this,
officer,
obviously, but
Should we
just
shrink
someone that
the
I'm
city
speaking
down by
to that doesn't
50%
sound like
for a month?
It doesn't feel like I'm talking to someone on the computer that's trying to talk to me and do some shit, bro.
Oh, I know.
You know, I
exactly
got
what you mean.
shot earlier today during a traffic stop, and after I was shot, I was told, "What up?"
Well, that's pretty
You see
gangster.
shit like that as well, bro. The thing is, it's definitely, I know the civilians worse, way worse than the cops, but I think, the cops are sort of reactionary, so are we. So when we get the bad apples, we all get, fucking angry at it, bro. But, if we can minimize it, then, even if we have to reduce population by, getting a real 5G virus and killing people, we can do it.
Franny, back in the day when there was only like 28 in the city, didn't it almost feel very more alive at times?
Yeah, that's because everybody you run
Everyone
into
was a character,
was
yeah.
not a piece of shit, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like,
they had to
maybe
pull their weight,
if
right?
like if you guys can't handle the police side of things because of numbers, we just reduce the population, bro. Easy. I prefer to run into 5 people that are good people instead of 20 people that are like brain damage.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of Rami, bro.
For
What?
real.
Franny, it's me. It's your boy. It's Ramos.
I'm sorry,
honestly,
all
I
that
think-
ass fucking against the wall might have mushed your brain.
I think that would go a long way. Like if things did collapse down by 50%, like even temporarily, just to like rein in,
200 would be good. 200 would be good.
I think 50% believe in this. I don't think it's that bad at all, honestly, bro. It's like, well, maybe for the criminals, we got a lot of shitters, but I don't think the police is that bad. It's just when you do get a shit one, it's like, fuck me, bro.
They could just do a
Stuck
lot
with
more
them.
than like a shit fucking criminal could do, you know what I mean? They have way more of an impact.
True.
A shit criminal, you just shoot that motherfucker in the head and keep going.
Sorry, I stubbed my toe.
You say that though, okay, but I'll
I know,
also
I'm trolling.
understand
That's
that.
a trolling
when-
answer.
No, I understand. It's when sometimes the reactions of some officers is a side effect of
Yeah.
someone else doing
100%.
some shit to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. You get fucking
Just
20
like-
people get on the motorbike and drive up a hill, bro. Then you get one group that don't want to do that, but they, pissed off from that shit happening.
Yeah, a perfect
Exactly.
example is like I'll get pissed off about those motherfucking robot cops, right? And then a cop like Mac will pull up on me, and I'm already it's dead set in my mind on getting revenge, and then I gotta fucking kill Mac, who's not one of those cops, you know?
Yeah, and it goes both sides, obviously. So
And
I think maybe we. Well, I mean, maybe we just talk about that later, something over at lunch
No, we
date or
shouldn't.
something.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think
what
this
mean?
is- this
one
good.
last thing is, I mean, this probably goes along with what Francis just said, but like it also goes to like people when there used to be, let's be honest, plans for bank jobs and shit, and now it is just a simple fucking getaway. So it does become stale. So it now then becomes fucking boring. You have an attitude. You're not enjoying. You know what I'm saying? It's like
The thing
but the
also,
reason
when
why
I
there
was
are
a
no more
cop-
plans is because the cops were that those quantity cops, not quality cops, did have a fucking boner to catch arrests, W's, and shit like that. And that does exist.
Fuck, bro. To be
No,
honest.
bro. Yeah, but why did we stop doing plans? Is because the cops did have a boner for fucking getting arrests. Instead of hopping in the fucking plane and seeing the rest of the plan, they would
But
fucking
Rami,
tase
what,
you. And
what
then
you
cuff
didn't see is like the 6 hours before you started doing a bank, we're dealing with people jumping
all
over
the
walls
shit
and getting
laws.
on
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah,
motorbike.
There's a
So
lot of
everyone's
information.
already like go extra hard
I
just
didn't
to
look
even
at
have
it
a
like
chance.
that. Yeah.
No, another thing, bro, though, that when I was a top, the good thing you have as a cop is if you pull someone over and they're a piece of shit, you can just leave, bro. But if we get pulled over by a piece of shit cop, we have to stick with those
Yeah,
assholes. You know what I mean?
exactly. We don't have a choice. You guys got a choice. Okay, well,
So, from the sound of it, accountability, checks and balances, and promote the experience. That way,
I
too, it
think,
feels like-
I don't even think it's accountability. I think, we just give you guys more power and do that recruit thing, bro. That would be good. And, if the quality isn't working versus the quantity of criminals, we just, do coronavirus and cull the population. Easy, bro.
They know snap the
Done
shit
in the
once.
lab, right?
Yep. We could all make it. Think about this. What if we put all our DNA in a cup by coming in it, then I drink it and see what happens?
Also, the problem is you do need to do that. You can say, yeah, we'll do that, but then you need to actually commit that action, Bass, of, a firing. You know what I mean?
well, I think it would be
Or-
more than just Bass doing that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You don't need to fire people if they would go back to the Universal Police Department or whatever it is. They just wouldn't get recruited, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have that chance to know your department in and out, sort of thing, bro.
Yeah. True.
Yep. We'll talk more about it. in depth.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
things will
think- I
change.
think
I
we
mean,
need to
Cole,
have
whenever
a-
Cole's involved in
we
the
need to
talk,
have
it
a-
usually.
Yeah, I think there's a talk for
community.
Yeah, I think we need to have a talk for short.
Yeah, man. And
we can go
let
more
Conan be a
depth in it.
captain, man, so he can be on these convos. All right. All right, guys.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Conan, Cardi's one, the guy, bro. He really good, bro. Fun guy.
Please, man, have Conan be a captain, man, please. Fucking Gunner's the same rank as him, please.
Gunner's a good. You know who Conan remind me of?
Oh.
You. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's the same guy. They
Almost
do
like
the
it's-
same thing and they got the same jokes.
Yeah. Sorry, that felt.
You know how
Hey,
Conan
that's
got
fair,
promoted to
that's fair.
command? Fucking won a
Don't
paintball
tell-
tournament, bro. What a
Don't tell
fucking.
him, Matt.
That's what we need.
Hey,
I was more deserving than most of
can
them.
I send him out of here? Francis, can I send him out of here?
Not wrong.
I want the
Yeah,
paintball.
No, stop, guys, please.
Okay, hold on. What's your
Hey,
paper?
I thought you
No,
quit.
chill.
I worked it out.
Bison.
Oh, good.
Thank God, because we need to do another meth run someday, Bison.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah, boys? You're not doing meth run with them.
He did before.
Matt.
You know what, but
yeah.
he said he had more fun with the method than he did.
Math is
in,
fine.
his last one with the policing.
Against my will, you know.
You heard
what
what you heard? I said this when the last week
believe
Bison
him.
was
I
quitting. He
believe
said that he had more fun on that meth run than he did in
I
like
think the
3
most
months of
enjoyable
policing.
part was really learning about what the strategy that you guys really go through of talking about how you wipe your ass if we're going to job.
Who the fuck wipes their ass from back to front and gets shit on their balls so they can eat it later? That's weird.
For real.
Piece of goddamn bidet. There you go.
You wipe away.
Okay,
Okay.
bidet man. I know Aziz
You
wipes
go
his
ass-
fucking ass
you
sitting
go
down
ass crack the
front,
balls.
back to front.
Yeah,
I
100%.
stand up and then plop my leg on the fucking
fucking
sink.
wipe the
Robbie, that's literally my fucking joke.
I can believe that.
Well, you said that?
That's what I said in the past about Vinny. Remember,
Oh.
he throws his leg up on the counter and fucking.
What a coincidence! What are you guys doing?
All right, guys, meeting's over, guys. Meeting's
What are you
over.
guys? Wow! What are you guys doing in my
hell
office?
no.
What a coincidence! Hey guys,
Hey, former chief of police Gary Barry, what's going on?
what's up, everybody?
You know where we fucked up with PD
hey,
is when
bro.
Frank Williams told Gary Barry to remove the fedora, man.
I remember.
That's
That was
You know
know
what?
what?
You know what? You know what?
I
Put
heard
the
that's why he
fedora
got
back on.
fired.
Go put the
I
fedora
miss
back on.
Frank. I want Frank back so I can shoot.
I'll,
Yo,
I'll
honestly, the
authorize
problem
it.
is we need Frank back as maybe like assistant chief or something to Bass. We need someone
Oh,
who's gonna
shit.
really keep shit in line.
Yeah, we need somebody who's willing to be the villain.
Wait, who's the assistant chief right now?
Frank still comes on duty almost every day, but
Not here, right?
Maybe on
not
public.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hold it down.
Man, maybe we should just go to Pubic, bro, and see what's up, bro.
I'm down. Bro, Frank is funny as fuck.
Find Frank.
Like,
Oh,
milk
bro.
Oh, you know how to talk
I
like him,
fucking
right,
used to
huh?
love fucking seeing Frank Mauled.
I used to be high all the time too. I remember. God damn.
Oh my god.
You funny as fuck, bro.
So, you guys giving out promotions to these guys, or what's going on? Am I getting a promotion here?
Yeah, you're probably not gonna make the cut, is what it's looking
Gary,
like.
I promoted to senior officer, and in the next 3 months, you only had 2 hours on duty.
Jesus
fuck.
Well, sorry,
Typical,
I joined the
typical,
long
bro.
list of other senior officers because everybody's a senior officer now, Bass. You just promoted everybody that was
That's
I'm
officer.
gonna be honest. Senior don't
Only
mean
10 of
shit,
them.
bro. I'm
Listen,
other
to be
than
fair,
Only 10? Come on.
Hey,
Out of
listen.
100?
To be fair, I went through all the hours, and only like 3 seniors had more than 12 hours on duty in 3 months.
Thank
So
you
I
so
don't really know. I don't really know if that's
to
that
be
big of a
fair,
deal.
that bot is also fucking broken because it
That's
said
true.
Conan had
No,
5
yeah,
hours
you're
on
right.
it, but it actually the bot don't fucking work.
The
That's
bot
true.
don't work.
I'll give you that
so
one.
much.
They really don't. I'm telling you. I'm
I
actually
mean,
being serious.
5 hours versus 15. I mean, does it really make a
You know who
difference?
I miss Richardson, man.
Brian, I'm about to fucking kill you, bro. This guy's pissing me the fuck off this entire video.
Do it. You won't.
He's fucking pissing me off, sir.
You fucking pissing me off, bro.
Brian is one of the people that can push Rami's buttons more than
Whoa,
anybody.
hold on a second, friends. Is Rami using what I think he's doing right now? Take out the wingsuit. Take out the wingsuit.
Yeah.
Something that I learned. You guys want to see something that I learned?
Look what I learned. Look what I learned. Ready? Watch.
What,
What is
you,
that?
you look
What are
the
you
same
doing?
as always.
Wait, really? Am I doing
Rami,
anything
take
right
out
now?
the wingsuit real quick. Take out the
you
wingsuit.
look
clapping?
bad.
Take out the wingsuit real quick, Rami.
Oh, it doesn't work. Sorry, what is that?
Cringe.
Take off the wingsuit.
Cringe.
Take off the suit?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's get the cum unit down
Take out
here.
this.
Why would I take out the wingsuit? The fuck?
Take out the wingsuit.
Oh, no.
Yo, that's
Nah,
pretty
nah,
sure that you can't do
That's
that.
actually not the reason why. Nah,
You
chill.
can't do that in this
Okay.
city.
And he was complaining about all those people, bro.
No, bro. I swear, that's not what it looks like.
Sorry,
It's
man,
not
we
what it
gotta
fucking
keep the
looks-
checks and balances.
No, it's not what it looks like.
So it's Rami
Excuse
first.
me.
It's okay. Like,
I've got a gun. Put all your hands up.
Oh, fuck.
Ow. I want everything. Everybody. JK, bro. JK, bro.
Oh my
Alright,
God.
guys, let's get out of here. Let's go out here with a bang, guys.
Just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe we organize a meeting some point soon, bro.
Yeah, we should.
Yes,
Here,
the
pull this gun.
community things. Yes.
Yes,
Rami will
quite
show up.
exquisite.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Remy, that guy that says nothing ever changes at the meetings, but never comes to them. 'cause he's
What are you talking about? I went to the
All I
last
ever
meeting.
hear is complain about the meetings.
Absolute
First of all, there was 2 meetings. All right, the last 2 meetings. The last one I didn't go to. The one before that I did go to it, and it was fucking. I mean, I can email you.
I mean, a lot
but
of
it was
times
a
there's
shit
just
show.
too many motherfucking people and the shit goes in circles. I hate it.
Yeah, well, I think we just need a few people, Tom, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, tequila, gentlemen, we'll be in touch.
I wonder
Alright.
if Miguel dead out here, bro.
I got my car over here.
Productive meeting. Am
I
I
think
right?
with Franny there, a lot
Yeah,
better.
I think Fanny changed a lot of things.
Yeah, once he saw like Franny was kind of on the same page of things. And also, chat.
John, you know who
A
I
lot of
can
you guys are getting the
understand?
wrong vibe of like we hate No Pixel because we were on Echo.
Oh,
We're on Echo to get refreshed, have good vibes, you know what I mean? And
I'm locked in.
have a good time, and also Randy's band, so kind of stick together. But Randy's not awake today and shit, so
I like me fucking.
it was never fuck No Pixel. But like, shit does need to change in ways.
dipped out without me, by the way.
I just got
Where'd
my
the
car.
car, bro?
I'm coming.